Honorable Judge Borowski, my future did not include writing a victim impact statement to explain the depth of my mental and physical pain due to the callous murder of my beloved husband, Jason Cleereman. My life and our children's lives were forever destroyed and altered on September 22nd, 2020. I was a witness to the cold-blooded murder of my husband. As physically close as I was to Jason when he was shot, I never had the opportunity to say goodbye, to hold him as he took his last breath, to kiss him, or to tell him that I love him, because he was already dead. He was already dead when the defendant pulled the trigger and made the conscious decision to put the bullet in my husband Jason's head. I believe the defendant's actions was intentional. You don't shoot someone and pretend you didn't know it would kill him. The physical and mental pain I suffer and I will continue to suffer seeing my husband killed is my new reality. It will be part of my past and future memories. It is part of my daily life. I didn't get a phone call to tell me that my husband was killed. I saw it myself. I will forever have the images in my head. They will be engraved in my memory, and they will be replayed in my head over and over for the rest of my life. I was a witness in the trial and a victim to the heinous crime that turned my world upside down. And then I was victim blamed during the trial, and because it was shared by the media, people questioned my actions. It crushed my soul being accused of not loving Jason, my beloved husband. I feel no need to justify my actions. I love my husband, and he knows I love him. Attempting CPR was not going to bring him back to me. Jason was dead before he hit the ground. I was there and I saw him die with my own eyes. A vision I wish I could erase, and a moment in time I wish could be reversed. I do not need to Your Honor, my husband was a wonderful man, loving husband, loving father, devoted. He worked hard for his family, he worked hard for his community. He was kind and caring and compassionate. I will continue to suffer the rest of my life. I would not wish for anyone to bear this pain. My heart will never be whole again. I will never feel complete. I will never fully heal from this tragedy. Our future of growing old together has been destroyed. I will never be able to happily celebrate family events because I will always carry deep sadness, emptiness, and pain, knowing Jason should be with our family, enjoying the life he loved and deserved. My husband does not get a second chance. Our family does not get a second chance. Can I take a break, please?
Sure.
don't believe the defendant deserves a second chance. He's a cold-blooded murderer that took a husband, a father, a brother, a son, an uncle and nephew, a friend from a world that was much better with Jason in it. I believe the defendant has a responsibility to face this violent act, senseless act that took my husband, our father, our children's father, Jason T. Cleereman's life on Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. What he did not only robbed us of Jason, but makes him a very dangerous person to society. I ask that you sentence this man to the maximum amount of time allowed. It will not change the events of that evening or change the future, but it will give me peace that myself or my children will not be harmed. I will have peace knowing that someone else's loved one will not cross paths with such an individual who's willing to lie to justify his violence. To my husband, I love you and I miss you with every part of my being. You have been a loving husband and father. Your life will be celebrated by your family and friends forever, but we all feel your void. Your legacy, your humor, and your ability to make people feel welcome will live on in all of our hearts. Thank you for being my partner, my other half, my husband, my true love. I am so grateful for the time we had together, and my heart will always ache for you. I miss holding your hand, sitting on the porch in the rain, sitting at the farmer's market while the vendors set up their booths, and you smiling and greeting everyone as everyone congregated in our neighborhood in unity. I miss your touch, your smile, your intelligence, and your worldly compassion. I miss your global ideas and vision. You are a man that did what you said you would do and said what you did. You're an amazing man, and I'm sorry for the people that would have crossed your path in the future, because they will miss knowing a special person that will have made some difference in their life. Your family holds you in their hearts because you are part of us and always will be. We love you. Respectfully.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, there is a letter that Ms. Cleereman will read on behalf of her daughter.
It's fine. Just take your time, ma'am.
Dear Honorable Judge Borowski, I struggled to write this letter. The emotions and memories of my father are so very personal. I wanted to keep my feelings to myself. I can't fit everything into a short letter, and it feels wrong not to put down every single moment and memory. So to keep this short, I won't list off everything about my dad that I remember. And I know everyone else who wrote a letter has shared what made him such an asset to his community and to the world as a whole. What I will say is all the ways my life is over for not having him with me anymore. When my friends call their dads or buy something as a surprise, I feel angry. I won't ever be able to share something with him again. When I go on trips, I see plants and I go to take a photo, and I stop and realize that it doesn't matter. I can't come home and excitedly show him the photo and ask him what kind of plant it is. I can't introduce guys to him anymore. He won't be able to walk me down the aisle. When I hear people complain about their dads, I want to scream and throw things and shake them, because they still get to tell him that they're sorry. He'll still be there to hug them and tell them everything's okay. When they see something that reminds them of their dad, they can go home and tell him about it. Every new movie, every song that I hear, I think he might like, I'm reminded all over again that he's not here with me. And I'll never be able to hear his opinion. He won't sit next to me on the couch and tell me word for word, scene by scene, what's going to happen next. Who's going to ruin movies for me? Who's going to pull my toes until they crack while I scream and laugh? Or tell me that it doesn't matter because he wasn't the one when I get my heart broken? I'm never going to get to ask him a question again. He knew everything. I didn't even need Google. Even the stories everyone shares in his memory hurt. I'll hear one I never knew, and I want to turn and ask him, is that true? And then I remember. When someone tells a story and I remember one he told me that was similar, and I can't remember a specific part or the exact words that he used, I grab my phone to call him. And I remember that his phone is at home in a drawer with his wallet. He was so proud of us, of my mother and my brother and I. He thought all my artwork was exceptional. One year for Father's Day, I framed a painting I made in elementary school and gave it to him. And he posted it on Facebook and called it the best gift he's ever gotten. Mourning my dad is even harder for me because of the way he died and how public it became. Judgment from strangers, input from people with no knowledge of the person he was, and really no idea of what happened besides what went viral. It's like losing him all over again every time I see or hear something about the trial. I can't stop thinking about hearing him get up in the middle of the night and how I thought to myself, yell out, I love you. And I didn't, because I thought I had tomorrow. Respectfully, Amelia.